like the idea.
All right, we're here. I've been watching a lot of Bill Simmons redraftables recently, and like Rich was saying earlier to me, the Barstool drafts. So we're gonna do a little hybrid here with the guys from Gola Standard, Dennis and Rich. A little Big Five draft. So Rich was saying he's a little bit of a historian. He remembers some of the older guys. Dennis, I don't know how far you go back with your Big Five knowledge, but where are you thinking about this?
I was gonna ask, like, how far back are we going? Like, we have to be living during this time, or can we go back to like pre that predates us?
Yeah, Rich, you want to jump in there? You seem eager on that one.
No,
Yeah, yeah. Whatever. I think it
go
makes
ahead, go
sense
ahead.
like guys that you saw play, but also like if there's a larger than life
Absolutely.
character, you
Yeah,
know, from the past that like his almost undeniable stats or whatever, a guy who lives he's a glory big five glory, I think he may be safe to play. So the
cool.
rules here, oh go ahead.
And do we include Drexel?
No.
All right.
Oh,
No
wow.
offense. No offense. Do you have Drex? If you guys want to do it, you can definitely include it.
Well, I guess you're right. The best Drexel players probably aren't.
Yeah.
They're not that
Yeah,
good compared to the
there could
old
have been a
ones,
Yeah.
gem in there.
Rich wants
but
to
they're
do
not
it,
Big
right?
Five.
He wants a
Like,
little Jamal Williams or what was the guy from who's
Hmm?
at Kentucky now?
Amari, yeah.
Jamar, yeah.
Damn it, I was going to take Damian Lee, my last
yeah,
pick.
Damian Lee no go because he wasn't in
Barrett.
the Big Five.
Barrett. He'll we'll put
Malik Rose. I was
he'll be on honorable mention. He'll be
Yeah.
on the graphic. Yeah, the rules
Okay.
are yeah, it's one Big Five coach, two backcourt guys, one forward, um, one tradition or memory. So like a tradition, obviously, is pretty straightforward. Something that's like unique to the Big Five, or also a memory of something that happened that not necessarily happened in the Big Five game, but surrounds the Big Five. Um, Rich is already. What do you got there?
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a Philadelphia tradition or, okay, Big Five tradition. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to hear out a Philadelphia tradition as well. Um,
Okay.
and lastly, a local food spot or like food item that is that associated with the Big Five schools.
I
Yeah,
love it. Okay, let's
cool,
do it.
awesome. Let's hop in. So I guess we'll do a snake here. I'll think of a number between one and three.
Mhm.
Rich, you were here first, so you'll pick that number.
Uh,
Already
Three.
struggled.
He picked three.
Oh, three? Yeah, it was three. So do you want the first pick, second pick, or third pick?
Oh. How do I want to do this? Um,
Snakes and Tyson.
yeah, give me three.
All right. And then
Sneaking it.
Dennis, one or two, Dennis.
One.
Yeah, you got it. So which pick you want?
I'll go first pick.
Oh,
Ooh.
all right. The floor is yours for Dennis here. Number one pick in the Big Five draft. Let's do it.
So we could pick.
Oh yeah, yeah. My
We
bad.
don't
I
have to
should
go
have
in the
specified.
order that you
Yeah,
described, right?
yeah. I should have
We could
specified
go
that. You can jump
players.
jump around, pick whatever you want. Yeah, I think it opens it up a little bit more.
Okay. I do
And the-
feel like there's not that, like, I feel like coaches, there's not that many, maybe. Like, Big Five has a lot of great coaches, but
yeah,
I feel like I got to give it to Jay Wright as my number one pick.
yeah. No, it has to be. I think there might be three like guys that I had in mind, but Jay Wright,
Obvious
undeniable.
number one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was more. He's either yeah. I was between two guys for my 1-1,
Okay. We'll hear yours soon, I guess.
unless he's picked.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think there's not much has to be said really about Jay Wright. If you want to come in with some banter about any of the picks, definitely
Yeah.
feel free. My second pick is a staple of what kind of guy that I am. I'm a Hawk. I don't know that people will like not anonymously agree with this pick, but it's got to be Jameer for me. Jameer
Yeah.
is everything that St. Joe's is known for. If you think St. Joe's, you think Jameer Nelson. He has like an Allen Iverson quality about him where like he's one of those guys where I actually thought he scored more and did more. And look back and realize that he had amazing numbers, but it wasn't like he's one of those guys where you kind of had to see Jameer, and then you're like, oh my god, this guy's doing incredible things in the court. So it's big for my brand here. I gotta have Jameer on my team. I don't really care what else there is to it.
That sounds like Rich's pick. At least he
They were
he
literally 1-1 and 1-2. Like I would have took those two. So I
Well,
was
he picked
hoping
the
to get
third. He
three to
picked the
like
third
one of those
slot.
would fall.
Yeah, you
But I
shouldn't
feel like
have.
those are pretty. That's what I would have taken. So now this
A lot of,
puts me. I don't know what to do now.
a lot of pressure in the spot.
Now this is gonna be like really bad.
You got to make two picks.
This is bad. Uh, hmm. All right. Let's make a little Homer. I gotta go Homerish. I mean, they call him Mr. Big Five for a reason.
There you
He's
go.
LaSalle's head coach. I'm a LaSalle podcaster. They're 4-0 head start. So give me Fran Dumphy.
Nice.
And, as the Big Five, I think the tradition that's apparent that I love is the rollouts. So give me rollouts for 2-1.
Okay. Yeah, I was at the Penn St. Joe's game the other day, and I saw it was just the band doing the rollouts, putting them up and bringing because there was no students in this section. So you're talking about like the stream
Yeah, the rollouts. Yeah, they had
yeah, yeah.
it Villanova, St. Joe's, and
Do you
they
have a favorite
bring
one
it
or no?
down. Was both fan bases there, or was it
It
were
was really
Joe's doing
just
them too, or just Penn?
it was just Penn. It was Penn the
Okay,
band, and they were like putting it up, and then it would just die immediately into the crowd because there
that's
was
not what it.
nobody behind. But I understand what you're saying. This is an awesome tradition,
Yeah,
and I
I
think
feel like
that's
St. Joe's does the best. I feel like Temple used to do it really well. I feel like St. Joe's right now is
yeah,
definitely the top of the student sections.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, yeah. It's just kind of like conducive to who's the best team at the moment. I guess St. Joe's is probably there. So is it back? So it's back to me now, right? So coach, we got two of the top coaches, so
Yes.
I can hold coach for a while here. Um,
Yeah, they're taken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little bit of LaSalle actually myself. Flip the switch on it. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I thought like looking back and just from guys I can remember off the top of my head, a little bit light on the bigs in the Big Five history. A lot of great guards. I'm going with the L train for my forward.
Ooh.
Lionel Simmons, a LaSalle great, sits I think fifth all time in the NCAA leading uh, point scorers. You guys know who passed him recently? It was last year, I think. It was the
That's a good
guy from
question.
Detroit Mercy who
The
yeah
Antoine Davis guy.
yeah
Oh, I
yeah
remember
yeah
him.
he had he almost passed Pistol Pete and then they didn't make the tournament and there was some
Mhm.
storyline there. But yeah, I
I
mean
remember that.
this is one of those gray areas where I never obviously watched him play. I saw a lot of YouTube stuff about him. I've heard a lot about him. He's kind of like a living legend. So I'll take the L train mainly because I think that four positions both in. You guys are already off the bat with two coaches, so that's my pick there.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be Homer now, as we all know. What's the name of our podcast? It's called the Gola Standard. So
Wow.
Take
how
it
can
away,
you
man.
not?
I thought it was guys you saw, but I guess not. I guess we're
But
changing the
we
rules
did
here.
discuss that
Yeah, I never
if they
saw Sim.
All
transcend,
right. No, no.
he
All
never
right.
saw Simmons, and
Yeah.
also if we never transcended, if they've transcended the game,
Oh
I
yeah.
think Tom Gola transcended the game. He still holds the all-time rebound record to this day.
In the
So
NCAA.
I think that, yeah, I think that is enough to be the best big in Big Five history. I mean, I can't compare him to anybody else in the big leagues. I got to take, or at least in the Big Five. I'm sorry, like I got to take him. And you just said it, like this is a guard heavy like Big Five. Like the history of the Big Five is guards, except for Tom. I think there's one exception, and it's Tom Gola. I think everyone else kind of there's a like number one, and then there's like a big gap, and then
Right.
you guys can pick bigs. I feel like there's a big separation between Tom Gola and the rest of the bigs in the Big Five, and so that's why I got to go
I
with
love it.
Tommy G.
On
But
brand.
do you know if anyone has been close, like reaching the rebounding mark,
Yeah,
even with
Baycott.
5 years?
Big
Oh,
time.
well, Baycott was
Baycott was close. What, right?
yeah, Baycott.
Baycott
Uh,
beat him?
No, he was close.
Okay.
Remember
Is there
that? It
anyone
was
this
like two
year? Like,
years
is
ago.
Hunter Dickinson? I
oh,
don't know.
he passed like Hainsborough too or something like that, right? There was like a ceremony. Was that points? It might have been points.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
love it.
that record is still going on right now. The
That's
record is
crazy.
still intact, which I
That's
think is
wild. And they
kudos
got an
to.
extra year or something like 6 years or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
mean, maybe he
wild.
was playing against plumbers and
Yeah.
electricians or whatever they were back then, but
I love
I'll
it.
take it.
It's on
Numbers are
brand.
numbers.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Um,
She got another.
okay, so that's my big. Um, I'm, I'm kind of torn on this. Like, I don't know if I want to go another Nova person. because I'm thinking about guards. I'm thinking about how many Nova guards there were out there,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and Jameer's off the board. So I guess I'll go Jalen Brunson.
I think that's the pick.
I like Jalen a lot. I just think he's the reason that they were so successful. Like he's a big piece of it. So I'm going Jalen,
I,
and
I
he's fun to watch.
I think he's one of like, I think he's one of the best college players of all time. I mean, two national championships and a Naismith Player of the Year. I mean, that's who I
Yeah.
wanted next. So that's my other guard I wanted. I wanted him to share him and Nelson on that backcourt, but you can't go wrong there. I think it's a great pick.
No. Thank you. Thank you.
And now he's tearing it up with the Knicks too. He's legitimately one of the
Yeah.
best players in the NBA. I don't know how much that's gonna lead into this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know this. I don't know really know the career that Lionel Simmons had in the NBA. I wasn't following him too hard, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely helps your case. I think. So is that who's that? Back to me now, and then Rich gets two.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
All right. So I have a guard and a big. Yeah, I need coach right now. Oof, man. I think we're pretty heavy LaSalle, which I didn't expect, but I do have two LaSalle guys in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys well, but I think I'm gonna go. Man, I think moment, and I'm gonna go the Hulk fighting the Rhode Island Ram while flapping his wings in the middle of a basketball game. I saw that. This overarching thing where I might have just almost punted on a pick of just the Hulk flapping its
You could
wings.
have had that pick like the last pick. You know
Yeah,
that we wouldn't have taken that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not
Right.
going to take the Hawk.
You guys seen that video before the video where he takes like the helmet off the rodeo and then he punches him?
I thought I saw the one
Did
with the
you?
tire. Who put the tire over his wings?
Yeah, I think that was the same one. Yeah, they got like a little
Okay.
stuff. I think it was the Rhode Island.
The
And yeah, I
Ram.
could have just gotten the Hawk. You know what? If you guys would let me, I'll just take the Hawk and have that as part of the Hawk.
Yeah. I
I
would
mean,
do that if I were you.
I
Yeah,
think
that's a
it's
good
like,
pick. That no, I feel like taking the Hawk is like if you take the Hawk by itself, I feel like that's a really good pick
I
because it's
think,
like the best mascot. It's literally
yeah,
like the best mascot
I think it's a
in the
national
conference.
in a
Yeah,
national
or not?
draft.
Yeah, yeah.
It would be a decent pick. So
Yeah.
Like
And
he
you said
probably
this is
just
for
won the
tradition,
draft.
tradition and moment, right? So either or.
yeah, I don't know how many. Yeah, tradition or moment, either one. And I don't know how many St.
Okay.
Joe's guys are listening to the pod. I don't know the demographics at all of this podcast. So we'll see what happens. Might be skewed. So back to Rich. He's got a double. He needs a
Hmm.
big, and bigs are sparse after the first two.
What do I want to do? Do I just wait? What have you taken yet?
So
What
I
should I
got
do?
guard, a big, and a tradition slash moment. Dennis has
Hmm.
a big, a guard, and a big and a guard, right? And then
Or I
coach as
go
well.
like can't, or
Coach.
I go just like local food and then try to get good value with players later.
Yeah,
Um, who did I take? I
It,
took
is the local
rollouts. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, is the local food near the Big Five school
yeah. I think so. Somewhere you maybe get food like before or after, or somewhere you get
before
in the
game?
stadium or something like that. Yeah,
Got it.
Hmm. Is it what you think of it or like what the reputation is?
that's the whole gist here.
Up to
It's
you.
Okay, okay,
go with your
okay.
heart or go with
All
what you
right,
think
that's
the
fair.
crowd
That's
will like.
fair. Um, what do we got? We got that school, this school. What's that school?
Pressure's on,
Um,
dude.
all right, I'm gonna be different than you guys. Just give me. I like this guy. I saw him actually play. He had a very slow style. He was, methodical. Give me Khalif Wyatt.
I wanted him.
Oh, he's on my list too. He's awesome, man.
He
Yeah.
Just a
was.
pure scorer. I had him on the podcast. I actually had him on
Did
for
you
like
really?
45 minutes by accident. I didn't even realize. I keep doing that with people where like, but they don't seem to mind. But yeah, he was the man. And he was awesome.
He killed us for 4 years. We never saw
Uh,
a win.
yeah, right. Well, how many times he must have played in the tournament? Like three or four times, I think. Um, how
At least twice.
what is he a big? Was he a guard or a big or was just
No, he's like six. He's like I think he's like 6'4". Maybe
He's a
smaller than
guard,
that. Yeah, he's a
point guard,
guard.
right?
Yeah,
Shooting guard, point guard.
he's like an off guard.
Yeah.
yeah, awesome? So then
Okay,
now you have
so I
either
got Khalif.
tradition or food spot, right? Or do you need another guard as well?
I thought I had a tradition with the rollouts.
Oh yeah, you have the other. You're right. So you have a
Yeah, so I need
Basketball.
two players and a food spot. Um, Shoot. I have my wing, but I don't want to go to the same school. I wanted to diversify. So should I just take, all right, I'm just going to do this. Is it called Campus Corner at Villanova?
Oh,
Give me
yeah.
that.
That's a solid
Yeah.
spot.
Okay. Yeah, give me that.
I love that little main line spot. I didn't think the most Nova level would be like a food spot so far. That would be
There you
like
go.
deep into the rotation, but no, that's definitely a good spot. I think I'm gonna just uh piggyback off the food with my next pick here and go with Abner's. Do you guys remember Abner's?
I've heard it. What is that? It sounds
I never
familiar.
went.
Yeah, it's like I guess it would be Penn. And it was like a just a cheesesteak spot, but it was very like Big Five focused. They had a bunch of like memorabilia and stuff. This is like a kind of it's actually closed now. They closed it up. I don't know how long it's been closed, but this is like just a sentimental pick. It's like the first time I ever went to a Big Five game. So this guy took me to Abner's before the game, got a cheesesteak. I saw all the cool stuff on the wall. So I'll go with Abner's,
Okay.
throw it a little love. I think that was like a University City kind of staple place for Big Five. So throw that out of the way just because that's where I'm at with there. So
Okay.
back to Dennis here.
Nice. All right. So I'm gonna go with um let's see. I'm gonna have to go with I'm torn right now. Let's go Deontay Christmas.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to take earlier, but I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not doing two Temple dudes.
it's
I
almost the
gotta go with
season.
Deontay Christmas. At a
We
young
have like the same
age,
board
at a
of
young
players.
age, yeah. At a young age, I felt like I didn't know much about Temple basketball, but I knew about Deontay Christmas. I like for some reason it was like the perfect storm when they would like upset a top 10 team or whatever. I'm sure that happened at least once with him. And it was during the holidays and just the jokes wrote themselves and like, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, et cetera, et cetera. And he was legitimately like a really good scorer. So like I thought he was like their only good player. I don't know anybody else who was on that squad. All I know is Deontay Christmas and everybody the student section had their like Santa hats on and the electricity around him was really good. And I just was like I was like, oh, maybe I should go to Temple when I graduate high school,
He's
like because
electric.
literally just because of Deontay Christmas, because of the energy and like Temple basketball. He definitely put Temple basketball on the map for me.
Oh
So that's
yeah.
why I got Deontay.
Do you guys remember
Um,
that like the it's the Fran clip where he's shaving he's shaving his mustache, in the conference room because he made a bet with Deontay Christmas that if he graduated, he'd shave his mustache. There's this great video of him doing it in front of all these journalists and Deontay there. Like he's got like that like no, he's got the flip kind of like LeBron with the flip phone. He's
flip
got like that
phone.
little cool camera, like watching him like as if it's not film. But I always think of that. But yeah, Deontay Christmas was a legend. I think he played for like the Suns for like a little bit. I don't think he had a great NBA career.
No,
We
he
were
didn't
both.
pan out
Yeah.
in NBA, which I feel like the best Big Five players don't pan out well in the NBA. It's like they're like 4 years and out. So like I totally hear you. That's just a guy that will always stick with me.
Yeah,
And honestly, it's him and Khalif Wyatt. Those two are like A and B for Temple basketball.
yeah, and you
So
got Temple, and you kind of make sure like Temple is like it's one of the first ones I think of in the Big Five. Like how we grew up watching the Big Five, and
Hmm.
it's kind
yeah,
of sad
Oh
now
yeah.
that like there's I don't have that those kind of guys as much anymore.
they
Um,
don't. They really don't.
yeah,
It's
that's,
sad. Okay, so I got to go with. You said two wings or two
well, I said the
guards.
backcourt, yeah, two guards, wings, or point guard, shooting guard.
So I still have to do a local food spot, a tradition, and a wing or a guard.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with. I'll just go with the Holy War. Right, that's a good tradition.
Oh wow.
That just
oh,
feels like Rich and I went to our first Holy War this year. It
yeah,
was a
it's
great
packed.
game, and it was
Yeah.
great. We were like,
Even at
oh,
5
five
p.m.
o'clock. We were like, it's not going to be a big deal. The student section was insane. I walk in and FU Nova is just
Oh,
there. Everyone's yelling that like right away. First thing I hear, I'm not even in the bowl yet, and I hear FU Nova. Like I'm like, okay, it's legit. It's a legitimate rivalry, and it's the only one that gets that top billing. Like LaSalle has a rivalry with St. Joe's, but nobody cares about that. It seems like, and
yeah.
then like the other Big Five schools don't have like a rivalry like the Holy War. So I got to go with the Holy War.
I love it. Yeah, you said you were there. I mean, I think I'm a St. Joe's guy. I would be lying if everyone I know, like, I don't really feel this way, but St. Joe's people despise Nova basketball. There is Big Brother, 100%, little brother syndrome. But when they do get him, and these times we got two in a row, I mean, people are. I think Billy Lang said he goes, the Mac and Maco's pizza tastes a little bit better when you beat
Yeah.
over the pizza. I love the pick. I mean, yeah, you can't beat the Holy War in the Big Five as far as tradition goes.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I got. You're up.
All right, back to me. Who do I want to pair Jameer with? Because I'm going coach last because you guys already both have coaches, and I think I know who I'm picking there. Or we, I think I'll go. This probably I don't know if this is like the right pick necessarily, but I'm just gonna go Scotty Reynolds because he was a legend.
Damn it. Damn
He was the
it. I
guy
was
that I
literally
like
taking
looked
him
up to.
next.
He was the guy I looked up to when I was like watching hoops. My dad was a Nova guy, so I grew up a Nova fan. He is just some he had aura. He was like him playing like, one of the first games I watched was like that Nova team
Absolutely.
versus Pitt with DeJuan Blair, and I was like, this is stuff
Hmm.
rules. So I don't know
Big
Scotty's
Five was
numbers.
awesome.
I'm sure they're good. But he's just a legend to me.
Definitely. I agree. He would have been mine if Jalen went off the board and I needed to pick a Nova guard, I would pick him.
Yeah, I was flip flopping between those two guys too. So Rich, I feel like Rich has gotten a lot of stolen picks today. I feel
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
He
trying
shouldn't have
to.
picked third.
like
I feel like I'm doing okay. Now who do I take? So I have two picks and I'm done.
yeah, we'll close, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Who do I want? All right. So Khalif is definitely like a my two guard. I know I'm small, but I don't know. This guy's stuck in my head, and he's home taken. Give me the kid from Wood, Colin Gillespie.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
He's the newest guy that like I think is like like a legendary Big Five player. Like I feel like
Yeah, he's
He's great.
toughness, his grit.
yeah,
He
he's
needs Nova
incredible.
needs a guy like that right now.
Yeah, they could use him so much.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I
I
like
was
No
like,
that
all
pick.
right,
Archie. No Archie on the board is something that is that considered by you guys at all or no?
Ah,
Ar
he
who?
feels like Archie Diacono. I feel like he's very
Oh,
pass first.
he's very
Like
pass first.
he wasn't
Like Gillespie had
flashy.
better
No, he
numbers.
wasn't
Like
fun.
no,
He wasn't like wow
Gillespie was
wow
a
flashy.
warrior. Like Archak was all heart and soul, but like Gillespie was more talented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I feel like I just went all players I've seen. Um, and this last guy, I guess I'm like very very recent, but he was an absolute beast. And I feel like this is kind of low key. I think this is a good pull. And you might guys might have forgot about him, but give me AJ Broder
I
from
Oh,
was
Penn.
I was
I
gonna
was
pick
thinking that
him.
too, actually. That's how little
Okay,
bit he's there.
okay. I was like, yo, he was a beast.
I was
He was a
excited to
Great.
name
beast.
him as like an honorable mention at the end of
Were
this
you?
pod. I was gonna be like, you guys remember AJ Brodeur? I was gonna mention
I
him.
saw the
That's a
they
great
walked
pick.
as a
Thank you.
Lester. Yeah,
He was by far the best Penn player in like a decade. I swear. Like I didn't know anything about Penn basketball, but I feel like he was so dominant. It was just like AJ. Everything went through him.
he was
Every
great.
play.
That's
He's
a great.
really
Yeah,
good.
that's a good pick. It's
Yeah.
good. It's a good
Thank you.
list. I mean, it's this list like on paper is gonna look like optically so funny, like Tom Gola and like like
Yeah,
Jameer. Like it's gonna be great. But I like that.
yeah.
I like that pick. Back to me. So I guess I
Thank
need
you.
to coach. I mean, it's probably Cheney. Cheney is.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I was trying to think.
oh, I
I think that
wasn't okay. I was thinking. Okay, I was thinking. I was not thinking. That's probably better. I was thinking Phil. I wasn't thinking Cheney.
Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Hawk heavy. I'm Hawk heavy right now.
Yeah,
I like Cheney.
I
I think
forgot about
Cheney, like
Cheney.
the Cheney, the I think
I
he's
forgot
like
about Cheney.
second in all time wins behind Dunphy, I assume, in the Big Five. And I think Cheney's like personality almost transcends
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what he is. And I think a problem why the Big Five is not as cool as it was anymore is because they don't have guys like Cheney anymore. They
yeah.
have kind of more standard, boring kind of guys that don't
Hmm.
have as much personality as Cheney did. So can't really go wrong there. I think there was maybe four or
That's a good
five
pick.
coaches, and I think he's
Really
definitely
good.
one of them that you
Hmm.
bring up. So that's my board. So now we go to Dennis to close us out. You got two picks here. You need
A
to pick.
guard and a food spot, right?
Yeah.
All right. I could like kind of zig here or zag. I'm not sure what I want to do, but
Wait, should
Wait,
your team be completed?
I don't think so. I still haven't picked a wing, a second, right? I haven't
Don't
picked a
you
second
have?
guard. Or do I have one pick left?
Don't you have Scotty Reynolds,
I have
No.
Tom
Reynolds.
Gola?
No.
Yeah, I have Reynolds.
So he has Deontay Christmas, Gola,
Jalen.
So
and Jalen.
yeah,
So
it's two more.
your team's done.
I still need food.
Yeah.
And then what? Isn't
And
there
then
something else?
and he has
No,
coach.
because it wouldn't. There would, no, because we're. I had my two, and then it'd be the last pick left.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not a math
all
guy.
right. So I have Jay Wright, Jalen Brunson, um,
I wrote them down.
Deontay Christmas. I should have wrote this down. Tom
In the Holy
Gola
War too.
Yes, and yeah,
in the Holy War.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have one more, right?
All right. Food spot. So uh, this one's
This is a
tough.
tough one.
Yeah, I you said Abner's, and you guys can't pick anymore. I was just thinking like New Deck Tavern because that's like a spot that everybody goes before the
Yeah,
Plestra games, regardless.
That's what I
So
that's
did.
what
that's
I was
like
doing.
my number one choice here, and I think I'm gonna roll with it. But I cannot ignore Sid Booker's Shrimp Corner, which I'm just kidding. I've never been. I
But
want to go
the
though.
pink place that it's like pink on the outside.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pink awning. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go New Deck Tavern just because it's more recognizable. But if you go to LaSalle, you got to stop by Sid Booker's Shrimp Corner.
is that a
okay.
plug?
No,
Is
no
that
Al
an official
Sham.
plug?
No,
I
no Al
just
Sham. I haven't been there either. I want to go to Al Sham across the street from.
um
The one place I will not put on this list is
It's
Larry's.
Larry's.
I thought that was the worst cheesesteak I've ever had in my
That's what I
life.
was alluding to
wow.
earlier. That's what
That's
I was alluding to earlier when I was like,
I think
that's on reputation.
the comments are going to be like, "Where's Larry's?" That kind of thing. I think that's one of
I,
those
I will
spots.
chime in. Let me know if anybody says anything about Larry's. I will tell them. Please be real. Yeah, Kobe went there. That's cool, man. But they have some bad
The
cheesesteaks
Kobe,
compared to the other ones in the city. Like, come on. Let's just be real. Let's call it what it is. Like, it's
I'm a
just not
homer.
good.
I'm a homer. I like them. They got the Kobe corner over there for him, but
Okay.
Yeah.
um, oh yeah, I love it. So we'll put the graph out. Maybe we'll do like a poll to see who wins. Just honorable mention. We'll go through some of the guys we didn't make or some of the things that we didn't touch on. Anybody want to hop in there to start?
What should we do first? Coaches? Let's just
Yeah,
do honorable
coaches. Yeah,
mention coaches.
yeah. Martelli
Like,
obviously said.
Yeah, I'd
Who else were
Phil.
you guys thinking?
yeah, what would
I guess you go
Giannini,
Raleigh.
Raleigh,
You could throw Raleigh
Giannini?
in there.
I don't know.
Genie's the
Um,
man. Yeah,
Giannini's a great guy.
who else?
that's pretty much it for me.
Dr.
That's all. That's as
Jack.
far as like, yeah,
Yeah,
Jack
if
Ramsey.
Drexel, we include Bruiser. If we're talking Drexel, you
Yeah,
can't. But
I
I
think.
feel
I'm
like
trying
those
to
are
think of
good.
who else. Jerome Allen,
I mean,
Yeah.
despite the like legal stuff, he was a pretty good coach. I
with
Uh,
said Tyreek Duran. That was
yeah.
going to be like an honorable mention for me.
for guards,
Yeah.
I feel you could probably go Ramon too.
Yep.
Ramon Galloway, Langston Galloway. I feel like there's so many guards.
Bembry didn't get
Oh yeah,
discussed.
Bembry's good. Ryan
Um,
Daly,
Josh
Corey
Hart,
Fish, Corey Fisher,
Corey
Corey
Fisher is
Fisher,
nice. Yeah,
Zach
Corey.
Rosen,
Zach Rosen. I was going to pick him.
Lynn Greer.
It's Penn, right? Zach Rosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've taken Lingro Senior.
Uh, yes. Yeah.
How
Lynn Greer Senior.
was Aaron McKee
Uh,
at Temple? Is he? I mean, I'm sure he's great, but
who
I,
knows? I'm sure he was great,
yeah, I
but
Yeah.
forgot.
I
I
wasn't
forgot.
there.
Eddie Jones. Yeah, that's before my time.
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Like who's that one dude? Alan Ray.
oh
Yep.
yeah, there's that great
Yeah.
picture of Randy Foy, Alan Ray,
Boy, that's a good one.
and
That's a really good one.
who else? I guess it would have been Kyle Lowry when they're all their NBA jerseys.
Yeah.
Would you say Delonte?
Well, I'd say no, he didn't get mentioned. I saw a
Okay.
video of him this morning. I
Yeah,
didn't.
there's so many you can go with like guard or wing, like Pat Carroll. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biggs is where I was pretty much I was dead with Biggs. I don't know if you guys have any more of those. I think AJ Brodeer was a great shout. I think
Lavoy
that was
Allen,
Lavoy Allen,
Lavoy,
right?
Jarrell Wright.
Jarrell.
Int-
Um,
How
would
about
I
Interesting.
go
Eric Murray?
Oshefu? Oshefu?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the
Sheffield, yeah.
chef.
I was thinking if I didn't have Broder, I think I was doing Dante Cunningham.
Okay.
I
He was a
love
beast
Dante
for Nova.
Cunningham.
He was a beast.
I was gonna, yeah.
Like,
If we had a more like thorough draft, I would have like a longer one. I would have picked if we were picking like fielding a team. I would have taken
mhm.
him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he was on that Reynolds team, which was like my first introduction to Nova. But any traditions that we missed, I guess. Oh
I was
yeah,
thinking like streamers.
Yeah,
streamers.
the
Yeah, they brought them
streamers.
back for the Wells Fargo.
Just saying Nova's not from Philly.
That
I was gonna say
would
that.
have been a good one. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Also onions, which isn't Big Five, but it's Raftery who went to the LaSalle, and I feel like just saying onions is a great tradition. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's the best.
Is there anything else we're missing?
Hoops Weiss,
Oh yeah.
he's tradition. He is Big Five.
It is
Hoops Weiss.
Jensen.
I mean, I guess you probably just say the Palestra in general.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
And
true.
Palestra like just demands like respect from everyone who's like a
Hmm?
college basketball person. I forgot who interviewed I had, but they were saying like one of their media guys is like, we got to schedule a game with Penn just so I can call a game in there and sit in there. Do you guys think the Palestra? I mean, it might be like just a crazy hot take, but is like overrated, underrated as far as like an actual viewing experience?
I think
Uh,
it's
God.
underrated.
Yeah, I feel like we're like very pro Palestra. I know there's some more friends 'cause they were talking about like venues and they thought like I think it was one of our I think it was McCoy. He was like, it's not that good, but like we were there for we go to the PCL like
Yeah,
final every year and it's just like an electric place. Like if that place filled up, there's like nothing's beating that atmosphere in our
None,
opinions.
it rules.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
only
it's
issue I have is the back space, is the back pain I suffer when I sit in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Other than
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it is electric.
No, I really do try and go there every year at least once. Like that's like a mandate for myself. Is like I must attend an event. Doesn't matter what, an event at the Plestra once a year.
But the thing is, the event, it's better when you go to high school. It's full. You're not going to get the full like atmosphere unless it's if you go to some Penn game on a random Friday night and they play
Nobody's
like
there.
Brown or Cornell, you're not getting the same experience when the
You're right.
corners are filled. There's nothing like it when the corners are filled.
Yes, corners is a great tradition. We could just say corners at the Plestra.
And
Like
like two of the fan bases, like in the student section, when you got
yeah,
like, the two schools and it'd be
split it
middle
down the
school.
middle.
Yeah. And it's just when they're going back and forth at each other, oh, there's nothing better when
yeah.
both student sections are going back at it in the same venue because it doesn't really happen too often.
Yep, absolutely right.
Any moment or at the moment I was thinking that you guys would pick was the Southwest Philly floater.
Oh yeah,
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 I mean
yeah.
that that counts. I guess like Big Five, it is a Big Five moment,
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not
albeit not
really.
Oh,
against a Big Five team.
did
But like,
when did Halil give the finger against Nova?
oh, I was gonna,
I was thinking,
I was thinking about that. The
where
finger,
yeah,
the double bird. Didn't he give a double bird? Or
I
no,
think
maybe it
yeah.
was just one.
I think he was
Oh wait,
double
no, that's
bird.
not a.
I
Was
think
I
he,
think it was double. I think it was double. Yeah.
I was just listening to a podcast about from Martelli, and he was like saying how good he was and like how great how like awesome he was to coach. But
He could have been a
Halil.
big. He was a big
yeah,
that
yeah,
like
Oh yeah, yeah, he
dominated.
was like a point forward. He had like
Yeah.
he could
he was
pass
like
the ball really well.
He was like Jokic, really.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
baby Jokic. Uh, any food?
You guys remember Carl Jones, St.
Yeah,
Joe's?
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Delisandro's is like Philly or is like LaSalle's spot, I guess. Delisandro's. Max's Steaks is like closer to Temple. Um,
yeah. And it's just like just cheesesteak, right? I mean, that's like what we're known for,
yeah,
honestly. But
yeah.
uh,
Specifically, Max's and Delisandro's are like close to schools, I guess. Closer to
yeah,
schools.
I have another thing about the moment.
Yeah.
Um, when Cheney asked that dude to foul him hard, wasn't that against St. Joe's or no? When he had the goon and he tried to like foul, was it against a Big Five team or no?
That's I don't know, that's a good pull.
I
I
don't
don't
You know what
remember
I'm
know.
that.
talking about?
I was thinking of the Cal Perry incident, but that was
No,
Yeah.
not when he
you.
said like I'm
Was
going
that
to kill you.
UMass?
But there was another incident where like Dumphy or not Dumphy, Cheney had some player like foul him hard. I thought it was against St. Joe's. Maybe it wasn't St.
Maybe I
Joe's.
don't. I'm not remembering.
Okay, okay.
Um, yeah, I think that's. I mean, I think we did a great job.
No,
Uh,
this is a
I'm
lot of
gonna think
fun.
of
This is
something
so much fun.
random. I'll probably think of
Like,
yeah,
something
yeah.
random.
we
I'll
could
be
do
like, guys, remember
another.
this?
Yeah, we try to think of another one, another format to how we can do this again. But I appreciate you guys hopping on, and we'll see what the public thinks of our list here. If we get crapped on, I'm sure some Nova people will flood in with not enough Nova love, but not. We did get some Penn. We touched Penn. We touched LaSalle. We touched all of the teams pretty much.
Hmm?
So
Are you gonna
uh,
add honorable mentions, or we'll just keep it to the grid that
yeah,
we said?
only the real ones will know who watched the pod. Who the honorable
Yeah.
mentions
Okay,
know. Awesome guys. Well, have a good one. I
cool.
think Sixers on the night. Hopefully, we'll get a sneak a win out there.
Yeah.
Um,
Flyers
also,
too.
Do we do? Do we want them to win, or we want Cooper Flag?
Capture
yeah,
the flag.
Yeah.
what was the Wiggins thing for
Winless for
Wiggins?
Wiggins.
Winless for Wiggins.
Yeah, win this for Wiggins. But all right, guys. Talk to you later. Appreciate it as always. Go
Thanks
follow
again.
Okay,
Stanley
thanks for having us. This was so much fun.
on all the podcasts, Twitter, all that stuff. Appreciate it. Peace.
All right. See ya.
Sweet.